JavaScript, why does for? In iterate over enumerable properties. Imagine you're exploring a treasure chest filled with shiny objects. You want to look at each item inside, but some are hidden or marked as not for display. In JavaScript, when you use a for in loop, you're doing something similar. You are asking the computer to go through an object's properties and show you the ones meant to be visible. But why does it pick only certain properties? Let's find out. Every object in JavaScript has properties, which are like labeled boxes holding data. These properties have attributes that control how they behave. One of these attributes is called enumerable. If a property is marked as enumerable, it is like a shiny object that the for in loop can see and show you. If it is not enumerable, it stays hidden from this kind of iteration. When you create a property by assigning a value directly to an object, like object name equals value, that property is usually set to be enumerable by default. This means it will be included when you run a for in loop. But sometimes, properties are set to not be enumerable, especially if they are added behind the scenes or inherited from other objects. This helps keep the object clean and focused on the properties you want to work with. The for in loop is designed to go through all the string-keyed properties of an object. It also looks at properties inherited from the object's prototype chain unless you tell it not to. This is useful because it allows you to access all relevant properties, including those from parent objects, unless you specifically filter them out. In web development, this makes it easy to process objects with many properties, especially when you do not know all the property names ahead of time. For example, if you have an object with user data, you can loop through all its properties to display or modify them. But because the for in loop also includes inherited properties, it is common to check if each property belongs directly to the object using a method called hasOwnProperty. This way, you avoid accidentally working with properties from the prototype chain that you might not want. So, the reason the for in loop iterates over enumerable properties is because JavaScript uses the enumerable attribute to decide which properties should be visible during such loops. This setup allows developers to control what properties are included in iteration, making it easier to work with dynamic objects and control flow. It keeps the process simple and flexible, fitting naturally into JavaScript's way of handling data structures and loops.